I stopped fertilizing my passion fruit a long time ago. Surprisingly, that decision is exactly why it keeps producing so consistently. What looked like less care turned out to be a better way to grow stronger, more productive plants. At first, the idea feels wrong. Most people believe that more fertilizer always means more growth. But passion fruit vines respond differently when the focus shifts from feeding the plant directly to building a living, fertile soil. Everything begins with the soil, not the fertilizer. Instead of adding synthetic nutrients regularly, the goal is to create a natural system where the soil feeds the plant continuously. The process starts by preparing the ground properly. The area is cleared of weeds and loosened so roots can expand easily. Good drainage is important because passion fruit roots do not tolerate waterlogged soil. Once the soil is open, organic matter is added generously. Compost, aged manure, and plant residues are mixed into the ground. This creates a rich base that holds moisture while still allowing air to circulate. Instead of applying fertilizer later, all the nutrition is built into the soil from the beginning. After planting the passion fruit vine, the soil is covered with a thick layer of organic mulch. Dry leaves, straw, and natural debris form a protective blanket over the ground. This layer plays a major role in the system. It keeps moisture in the soil, protects it from direct sunlight, and slowly breaks down over time. As the mulch decomposes, it releases nutrients gradually. Instead of receiving sudden doses of fertilizer, the plant is fed continuously in a natural way. During the first stage of growth, watering is important to help the roots establish. But once the plant is settled, the focus shifts to maintaining balance rather than constant intervention. The mulch layer reduces the need for frequent watering by keeping the soil cool and moist underneath. As weeks pass, the vine begins to grow rapidly. Passion fruit is naturally vigorous, and when roots find a healthy environment, growth becomes strong and steady. The plant starts sending out long vines, searching for support and sunlight. A simple trellis or structure allows it to climb and spread. Leaves expand, capturing sunlight and fueling the plant's development. With a healthy soil base, the plant does not depend on external feeding to grow. One of the most noticeable differences is how balanced the plant becomes. Instead of excessive leaf growth caused by over-fertilizing, the vine develops a more stable structure. This balance leads to better flowering. Flowers are the key to fruit production. Passion fruit produces unique, intricate blossoms that rely on pollination to develop into fruit. With a strong and stable plant, flowering becomes more consistent. Bees and other pollinators visit the flowers, helping transfer pollen and start the fruiting process. Soon, small fruits begin forming along the vine. At first they are green and firm, slowly growing larger as the days pass. Because the plant is not overloaded with synthetic nutrients, it focuses its energy naturally. This often results in stronger fruit development rather than excessive foliage. Another advantage of this method is soil health over time. Instead of becoming depleted, the soil improves with each season. Organic material continues breaking down, feeding microorganisms and enriching the ground. This creates a living ecosystem beneath the plant. Roots interact with this environment, forming a natural relationship with the soil. This is what allows the plant to keep producing without the need for constant fertilization. As the vine matures, fruit production becomes more regular. Some fruits ripen while others are still forming, creating a continuous cycle. The harvest process is simple. Ripe passion fruits often fall naturally from the vine when they are ready. Others can be gently picked when they reach full color. Each fruit reflects the balance of the plant, well-formed, flavorful, and naturally grown. Over time, it becomes clear that less intervention can sometimes produce better results. Instead of relying on external inputs, the system works because the soil is alive and constantly feeding the plant. Maintenance remains minimal. Occasional pruning helps manage the vine and improves airflow, while adding new layers of mulch keeps the soil protected and nourished. There is no strict schedule of fertilizing, no repeated applications, and no dependence on artificial inputs. The plant continues growing, flowering, and producing fruit as long as the soil remains healthy. Season after season, the results stay consistent. What started as a simple decision to stop fertilizing became a completely different way of understanding how plants grow. It showed that productivity does not always come from adding more, but from creating the right conditions. In the end, the passion fruit keeps producing not because it is constantly fed, but because it is supported by a system that works naturally. Healthy soil, organic matter, sunlight, and time. These are the real reasons behind continuous harvests. Sometimes, the best thing you can do for a plant is to stop interfering and let nature take over.